Okay, hello. Whoa, that's a bit too loud of a volume. Music volume. Probably, I don't know, there? That probably sounds okay. Maybe too high? I don't know, we'll put it there and I guess I'll fiddle along with it later if I need to. Yeah? Oh, cool. Anyways, hello and welcome everybody to my blind playthrough of the house in Fata Morgana. Or the house of Fata Morgana? I actually don't know because here in the title it says in Fata Morgana, but my exe file says the house of. So I don't know what's going on with that. I guess we'll just roll with house in since that's the text in game. First, some housekeeping out of the way. I've downloaded the House of Fata Morgana, or the House in Fata Morgana, remastered PC version from Nia. If I need to change to a different version or need to do something special when playing this game, please do mention, as I do not want to Google anything about this game in fear of spoilers. And I hope the English patch I downloaded for the game works just fine. I mean, at least the menu is in English. That's a good start, right? And speaking of spoilers, I'm quite an anti-spoiler person, so I would like if the comment section was limited to a minimal amount of hinting or can't wait until you/he gets to X or Y part, or you're gonna love this character types of comments. I'd like to experience things as naturally as I can without any expectations. However, if you have any extra tidbits or cool facts, feel free to share those. And of course, if I hugely misunderstand something, then I think it is fair to correct me. Okay, I really need to turn down. This some great music, but I need to turn it down. I'm sorry if it's too low on the recording. I'll fix it for the next episode. I hope it's not too low. It feels bad putting things that low, but like, but yeah, if I misunderstand something, then of course feel free to correct me in those cases. I actually know nothing about this game. One of my friends once mentioned the name, and then I had a bunch of other visual novels. I put them in a list, I spun a wheel, and it landed on this game. So here we are, playing the house in Fata Morgana. Cool. I quite like this this art here. This is what was shown in the promotional art in visual novel database. Yeah, this is the only bit of this game I've ever seen. Yeah, I guess we just begin. Let me just main 2 characters probably. Evil man, maybe. Butterfly and window, and all of the rest are unavailable. Okay, I guess the game begins from here. Maybe let me just check config just in case. I'm not gonna fiddle with any of these. Wait, skip red text, yeah? Stop, skip at choices. Yes. Not that I'm going to skip, but anyways. System. Okay, yeah, it should. Button layout. I have a mouse and keyboard. I hope I don't need a controller because I don't own one. Autosave. I don't know. At choices, I guess. Guide. Oh, okay, yeah. Keyboard works just fine. System is S. Backlog is B. Yeah, that seems fair. Skip is T. Oh, usually it's like control or maybe shift in some cases. I've had W in one game too. Quick save is space, okay. Quick load is left control. Can I can't change these. As far as I know. Okay. Oh, maybe there was the initial setup thing when I tried booting up the game, so maybe I can change these there, but I guess I'll keep them as they are right now. Yeah. There's nothing else here, so we just go and begin the game, I guess. Start, question marks, ending list, return to title. I don't want to go here, probably ever, unless you guys need me to go otherwise. What are you holding your hand out to, my lady? Fireplace, empty chair, maid. I quite like the character art, so in the main menu. Okay, start. Depiction of blood-craft violence, cool, very nice, love that. Perfect offensive language. Inspirations from real locations. Okay, produced by Novical. There is a house that sits beyond dark, dense woods. Like the world fading into view after a dream. That old mansion appears before you. Without realizing it, you instinctively accept as truth the events unfolding before you. Nice chill song. The house lives in a perpetuity, an amalgam of myriad of something. No one knows who first said. No one knows who first said that the mansion was cursed. Ooh, spooky. I'll catch the text I missed in post editing. Art by Moyatara. Okay. Cool art. The hymn. I don't know what I would liken this to, but I feel like something like Maria-chan ga Miteru, that the anime, the very old, like religious Catholic anime about girls in school. Our Father, who art in heaven, okay? Hallowed by thy name. Have mercy on me, O Father, and cast their souls into eternal damnation. Okay, wait, pause. Okay, I wonder if this is the text just going automatically, or I hope not. I was looking down upon a corpse. Oh, okay, so it's... I'll keep my mouse here then. Okay, cool. I'll control this. I was looking down a corpse. My own corpse. That's a start, alright. I was afflicted with great despair at the sight of it being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. Ooh. My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me, and so I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you Okay, we love a good conviction right out the gate. That I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until this mutilated body arrives there once more. Ooh. Your consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, was slowly drawn back to the surface. Sure? Maybe laughter? With each new breath, feeling gradually returned to your fingers. Finger, maybe? Master, okay. You could hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master? And the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master. Creak, creak, creak. Wake up. Ooh, nice fireplace sound. When you came to, you were rocking. Okay, I'm just gonna stop like being an accent on the first syllable. When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. Are we the master? I guess we are. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of the fireplace, there was no other illumination. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter-patter of rain on the glass. It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Yeah, darkness was mentioned before. Oh, splendid. You have finally awoken. Someone called out to you. I'm sorry, but that immediately brought to my mind the oh hey, you're finally awake Skyrim meme. Sorry, that probably ruins the mood. Let's focus up. We were about to search the room, but that turned out to be unnecessary. The source of the voice was crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. That's, at the same time, very spooky, but also kind of enchanting. Like, it has... Oh, okay, kind of a weird draw that it just draws your eyes to it. Cool art. Very different from what I've used to. It's not quite photorealistic, but it's definitely not your normal anime style either. Well, yeah. Good morning, Master. Ooh, we get choices. And there was autosave before every choice, yeah? Yeah, good... yeah, good morning. What is the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come now, you must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice. I've simply been waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whenever that time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time had finally arrived. You were perplexed. Not just my character, but me as well. I'm just a very nice mood. This woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. Okay, we're going that route. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? I have some wonderful chamomile leaves if you would like. Or perhaps your tastes have changed since we last met. So she knows that something is going on with us. Tell me, Master, what would you like? I beg your pardon. I allowed myself to get too excited. But I hope you will be sympathetic, Master. I'm just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had woken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Does she? I don't know. Not everyone needs to be energetic. She's just reserved and like well put together maid type. At least so far it seems. Or perhaps life was more appropriate word than energy. What do you mean by that? I mean, she does have a very pale skin. I didn't get any undead vibes from her. Unless the very beginning thing with the death of my body being dragged away was from her POV. I was assuming it was from our POV, from our master POV. But the gloom extended beyond the maid. It seemed to encompass the entire mansion. The plaster walls illuminated by the fireplace and the rose engravings in the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered that familiarity. It seemed as though the house wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. Okay. Oh my, you do not know who I am. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament. Yeah. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? I'm immediately like starting to think like that the initial thing about corpse being dragged away was this master, us, and we should have our memories because she seemed like to think that we've done this. I mean, I'm getting the vibe that she thinks we've done this before and we should know who she is and who we are. I wonder if something went wrong or I don't know. The woman's face was pale, almost as though a faint chill ran down your spine. She what? Not human? Alive, as you said? As we said? You are the master of this house, though it would seem you have no memories of such. Quite the dilemma. If you know not who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me, no? Indeed, you have returned. From where? That I cannot say. So, okay. Interesting bit of information. Then how about this? I am a servant of this mansion, and as such, I am familiar with the many incidents that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, master. Please do. That will surely allow you to recall who you are. The freshly awakened gears in your head began to turn as you mulled things over. The maid had called you the master of this house. Without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you looked like. Okay, so we have like zero memories of our position or role. I mean, we have language knowledge we can speak, but I wonder how many memories we do have beyond that. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off, then. And fear not, I merely entreat you not to let go of my hand. Nice hand holding. If you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. You have a way with words. Very spooky. Well, not spooky, but like, I guess mysterious. Yeah. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. Sure. I feel like we are gonna let go of her hand. Your hand in hers, you followed the maid's lead through the hall. very dimly lit. Ooh, footstep. The air within the mansion was oppressive, as though a black miasma hovered within. The house was bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found. Yeah, I noticed. So it's not just us viewers, but this is what you see. There is some light. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna use this unless you guys really want to, but I'd like to go at my own pace. You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. Spooky. There were no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no signs of life at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world had vanished entirely. Spooky mansion. The only other presence was that of the maid. I wonder if the other girl shown in the promo art, main menu art, is here too. And I wonder if we're the guy, the boy shown in the other option in the main menu art. Following her lead, you proceeded through the mansion. This looks like an entrance to another dimension, or like nether realm, or I don't know. After some time, you arrived at the double door, the glass within shattered. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into a dull grey. It appeared to lead to the back garden. You could hear children laughing on the other side. That's never a good sign. Especially when, supposedly, there was no signs of life earlier in the other place, in the other room. Though it is in the state you now see it, a beautiful, beautiful garden once lay beyond these doors. The owner of the time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. At its grandest, it seemed every flower was in constant competition for the most majestic bloom. Would you like to see this wonderful era of splendor and prosperity? We're literally going through the history. Like, are we gonna see visions of the past? Very cool. I very much hope it is to your liking, Master. The maid opened the doors to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed across your face, forcing you to close your eyes as you followed the maid out the doors. I'm almost reflexively trying to put emphasis on the your part because it's always capitalized, but you know, that's just our name for now. When you opened your eyes, the world was no longer blanketed by in shadows. The first door. Ooh, the first memory, the first history. 1603. Okay. Interesting. Oh, nice. Rose garden, and we get gardens in the text box. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about it in that era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. I wonder when this, if we are going back in time, seeing the history. I wonder what the was the actual time mentioned, date mentioned in the very beginning. I must have missed it if it was. This period of history could perhaps be described as a symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. This is an interesting track, for sure. Oh, there is singing. Okay. Yeah, weird. Curious. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts, the people seem to hark back to the more poetic, expressive ways of old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. Okay. The backing track going wild. I guess it fits, breaking free from oppression and going to more liberated times. War would break out not 20 years from then, plucking the ripened era from the tree of history. But that is of no concern to us now. Yeah, we're vibing in the cool, nice times. At the time, it was still what people referred to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there. Oh, that is nice. Now, let us take a slight detour. I wonder, can I close this with the right click? No, I can't. What about... Let me just see. Config. Guide. Escape. Toggle mess. Yeah, okay. Escape. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a very nice rose garden path thingy. I've seen these around at some places. I've never gone to these kinds of walkways before, but they always look nice. Also very realistic trees, like in the furthermost layer. Maybe it's an actual picture, or maybe this whole thing is an actual picture with some kind of editing layer. Now, let us take a slight detour. No, we will not be changing locations. This is a tale about the mansion, from beginning to end. Okay, the mansion is the main character. We will, however, be moving through time. Say, about 80 years into the past. Okay, to the 1500s. A wealthy family lived in the house, Tim. Or did you mean, did the narrator or the maid mean 80 years from the present times, and not this 1600s flashback? A very wealthy family lived in the house then. The mother and father, brother and sister all had distinctive, beautiful flaxen hair. I was always enamored by their hair. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet crow. That's one way of describing yourself, I guess. See? There I am, standing around, looking rather a fool. I was happy back then. And what reason did I have not to be? Afforded the opportunity to attend to such a beautiful home. So I poured my heart into serving that family. Listen closely, if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that could only be a young girl singing. Can you hear it? Yeah, I've been hearing it for quite a while now. This hurt, but I'm not gonna sing. That's an... Yeah, the character designs are definitely unique. I like the twin tails. Big dress and lots of roses. Ooh, purple white dress. I like the flower color. The girl you see cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird was called Nellie. Hello, Nellie. First character name. First character name just dropped. Though young, she sang with elegance. Oh yeah? Nellie was deeply fond of the house's garden, and she would often spend her afternoons there. Gorgeous roses gathered from all across the world bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care and even had their thorns removed. So young Nellie would not hurt herself, naturally. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked the petals from the roses, gathering them up as she sang. Her voice was like music played by fairies. Nay, the sight of her was like an angel descended from heaven. You sure? Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. I admit I was being rather fanciful. But what is a woman if not fanciful? Little bird singing night and day. From your little birdie heart, sing your woes away. Pretty flowers all around the little birds. Those are your song lyrics. And even when the sun comes up. No more lyrics. Oh, dearest Mel. I've forgotten what comes next. Are you listening? Oh. I don't know why, but I love the half-closed eyes. We have a lad of some sort. Or, I don't know, maybe it could be a girl. I mean, the name is rather, like, ambiguous. And they have a slightly long hair, and long eyelashes, but that's just maybe the art style. I just assume they're a boy because they have long pants and she has a dress. Nellie was, as a matter of fact, not the only visitor to the rose garden that day. Right, maybe this is her brother. She always came here with her older brother, Mel. Yup. The young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn pined for his attention. She likes to sing and he likes to read. The sight of the two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by fear for the future, was truly heartwarming. I know this is just like a saying that they're just innocent kids, but like, I feel like things are gonna go to a certain direction. Oh boy. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree, reading a book. As I am sure you're aware, in their time, books could not yet be mass-produced. Yup, they were not something peasants could buy, only the rich. What he was reading had been copied by a scribe. I presume he had borrowed it from the church. Makes sense? The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn, but I suppose that just speaks to its importance. Yeah? Sure. Although I'm not sure how important, like, books outside of religious text and scriptures were in the olden days, because the literature rate was quite low, so and only like the elites, higher class, were able to afford education to read, and books were expensive on top of that, so I'm not sure how many people like truly appreciated books. But sure, let's say it was important because of how worn it was. It was, in fact, a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Yeah, that would probably be on the more important side. Definitely. Mel was a clever boy. He had attended church from a very young age, where a priest would instruct him in Latin grammar. I can only dream of being able to speak Latin. Though at the time, I believe he was capable of reading even advanced texts. Oh, dearest Mel, please. The young girl approached her brother, who was consumed by the text. In her hand, she carried a large pile of rose petals. Nellie is not yet aware that Mel is fully locked in. Does not care. Okay, maybe he does. Nope. Mel is fully absorbed. Though his sister's shadow overlapped with the trees, the boy still did not notice. Fully locked in. Mel with the grind set. So, Nellie puffed her cheeks, thrust out her slender arms, and let the petals fall. Ah! Look, your head is covered in roses, Mel. Oh, Nellie, you got petals on the book. This isn't mine. I can't afford to let it get dirty. I don't think rose petals themselves are that dirty, but I don't know. I guess the book could be like easily, I don't know, made easily dirty. I don't know how good the like quality of the book itself was like back in the day. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I tried to get your attention. And besides, flowers won't get a book dirty. Yeah, normally they won't unless you like ran them through mud or something. I must raise the white flag. Even up. When did my little lady find herself such a sharp wit? While waiting for you, dearest Mel, I waited and I waited, and you didn't so much as glance at me. I'll be an adult by the time you're done reading that book. Sure. Wow, that soon. That soon. Mother says girls grow up fast. Yeah? Haha, she may be right. In that case, we should do something together before you're all grown up. A good brother. Finally giving attention to his sister. Surely you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult. Smart. That's not true. I'll still play with you, even when I'm grown up. You sweet summer child. There is no playing after you get to your teenage years. Grown-ups don't play, Nellie. Yeah, we really don't. We are a boring bunch. I mean, some people party, and I guess some occasionally play, but it's mostly just working and then hobbies. Sometimes relaxing and chatting with your mates, but yeah. We don't really. I rarely see adults like going to the playgrounds or hanging out in parks doing something other than drinking. That sounds sad. Fine, I'll stay a child forever then. And before she actually does. Didn't you just say you were about to grow up? You're so mean, Mel. I'm sorry. Please don't pout, my little lady. How about this? To make it up to you, I'll play whatever you want today. Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe. That makes sense? Make-believe? Yeah? Make-believe. I will be a princess taken captive by an evil kingdom, and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And then you turn into a prince when you rescue me. A knight can become a prince? Impressive. They can. Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can. Likes her big brother. Which is must be you, dearest Mel. No one else can be my prince or my knight. Incest route unlocked? Og? While he may have appeared outwardly embarrassed as his rose-cheeked sister proclaimed prattlingly, I am certain he was smiling on the inside. You little siscon. After a few moments, he meekly knelt, bringing himself to eye level with Nellie and gently stroking her soft hair. Alright then, you're my princess, Nellie. And not just anyone's princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else's prince but mine, okay? Nellie. Jesus, my princess is quite the fawner. Is that bad? No, we all love a needy girl. The more broken and needier a girl is, the better. I'm mostly joking. This is not true for all guys. Does that make you dislike me? Not at all. I'm proud to have you as my sister, Nellie. You mean more to me. You mean more to me than anything in the world, my dear princess. I love you, dearest Mel. You'll always be my prince, forever and ever. This sounds like bad foreshadowing jutsu. Her mood quite improved. Nellie began humming the melody of the song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl pranced about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Oh, Nellie, don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. But Mel was not entirely disapproving of his sister's excitement. He carefully brushed aside the petals on his book, sat in the shade of the tree, and began chasing after Nellie. They were picturesque siblings brimming with hope. And at this time in their lives, there was nothing to jeopardize that hope. Oh no! Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? I guess. As I see it, though, the pleasant, gentle times in our lives have value because they come to an end. Yeah, I think that's a nice line. Yeah, I can definitely vibe with that. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, yeah, I think I do. Time continues to flow, impartial and without exception. And as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. Be that as it may, does time also flow at the same speed for each individual? That's an interesting question. I don't think anyone can have an answer to. Same as to, like, is your red the same as my red? Like, I know we can observe, like, light levels and such, but, like, we could still see the different color and be all calling it red or something. The mysteries of the universe. Now, let us take a trip down the river of time. Okay, I would be very much delighted if we could remain at this point in time, but unfortunately we cannot. We're going forward in time, or like closer to present. Please do not let go of my hand, Master. Our mate is some interdimensional, time-altering person. Mel, more grown up. Okay. This is probably like 10-ish years to the future, or towards present. We are in a church. I'm just looking around. Priest. New character dropped. Priest best boy. No, usually not. Oh, you usually stay for longer. Yes, I have an errand to run today. Thank you for your time, as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week? Next week or the week after? Hold on to it as long as you'd like. Okay. Priest plus points. Reasonable fella. But surely there are others who want to use it. None as sharp as you, Mel. Put yourself in my shoes, and you'll understand. I want to give you any advantage as you can get. Not up to the pressure he's putting up. Oh, do you not believe me? No, I believe you, Father. I wonder if this is actual father or just like a priest, because both are called Father. And I mean to do whatever I can not to disappoint you. That's the spirit. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, do consider what we were talking about. What were you talking about? Going to university. Ooh, big education. You're about to become someone super important. Indeed. If you do, I can introduce you to some accomplished instructors. There is very little left for me to teach you, and I believe you would make a fine priest. Sure. I wonder if there's any voices in this visual novel. So far, none. I don't know. Maybe we're in a prologue and that's unvoiced, or maybe it's completely unvoiced. I don't know. We'll see. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote yourself to the service of our Lord. Mel is not interested in priesthood. I'll give it some thought. If you'll excuse me, then. I'll see you again. Our doors are always open. Farewell. Run, Mel, run. Whether it's in the service of God or the service of the church, it is an honorable profession, but you don't want it. But theology, I see. I wouldn't mind attending university. I'm not sure. I'd kind of like to do something different, something more befitting of the times. Okay, as for what, though, I'm stumped. Maybe for Mel is our protagonist. Like the master, but yeah. But I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father is liable to grow impatient. Mercy me. Mercy on me. Young sire, blessed young sire, alms for the poor. Do you have money? This beggar, if I'm not mistaken, he's been outside the church since last week. Alms. The way he shakes his head, I can get a glimpse of his forehead under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Goodbye, Mel. Thank you. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks, the Lord. Oh no, Nellie's going to be cross if I don't hurry home. Yep, she does like her big brother, so don't be late. Curses, and it looks like it's going to rain. Run. Master? Master? Oh, thank goodness. You appear to have a firm grasp on your consciousness. I was afraid you had accidentally let go of my hand. I'm very curious about this maid. Now, Master, this is the period of time I truly wished to show you. The church, or just this time in Mel's and Nellie's life? The boy reading in the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still bore the same gentle eyes as before, and he would, from time to time, show remnants of that innocent young boy. He was, in his own mind, still making the transition into adulthood, I suspect. Yep. And in the olden days, you were expected to get to work like at a much younger age and become a productive member of society very soon. So like becoming an adult was like something that happened quite early compared to like modern days, where like it's not too uncommon for people over the 20s to still be living with their parents and like not even be working. Mel frequently visited the church on Sundays to participate in mass, of course, but more often to be tutored by the priest. In addition, he also attended a private school run by an eminent marquis. Okay. Though it was not a school where students had desks and sat in rows, they studied at the marquis's estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as it is today, and when Mel was considering university, the priest wanted to recruit him to the church, but Mel was having difficulty deciding what he should do. I mean, at these times, the church was like the highest place you could get to beyond like royal working conditions, royal palace and such. Even so, the church was probably of equal power, I would assume. That he had such a choice is envious, is not. It sure is. He had the path laid out for him if he wanted to take it. I assume he didn't. Entrance. Ooh. Good afternoon. Where are we? I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready? Other people. Aye, ready and waiting, young Master Rhodes. Rhodes is our last name? Oh, don't call me young master, please. Or maybe it's a fake name he gave. I beg your pardon. Can I seem to get me head out to the past? Cannot seem to get my head out the past. Your order's right here, sir. Mel had stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town on his way back from the church. The building was both a workshop and storefront, and the nobles of the area were deeply fond of the master's wares. Sure, he was so skilled even the royal family had commissioned work from him. Okay, this jeweler is living the good life. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica of a piece of his jewelry, set to be on display in the palace. Well, that's sure to get the attention of all the nobles. As artistry flourished in this golden age, the number of shops selling luxurious items such as jewelry rose in kind. Yep. The clientele of these shops comprised a very narrow range of people. May I have a look? Of course. Good. It came out just as I hoped. Did you buy a jewelry present for your sister, maybe? Splendid work. Can't afford to disappoint a loyal customer like yourself. An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she'll love it. Such a kind lad, young master. My boy back home could do well to learn a thing or two from you. Every man ought to show woman some cordiality. He speaks in like the non-refined peasant language, but then whips out cordiality. I mean, I guess it's not the most complicated word, but kind of funny. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Ha ha ha. Again, please don't call me young master. My apologies. I'll take this and be on my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in the need of aught else, just let me know. I can make any jewelry you ask for. Come to me and your sweetheart's dale will sure be as made. And your sweetheart's dale be sure as made. And I guarantee the two of you will have all sorts of fun when you give it to her. But please, I don't have a sweetheart. Huh, well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are vying for your hand too, young Mr. Rhodes. A fine family, good looks, charming, and your future's all but... I'll be on my way then. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day, come by again anytime. Fun fellow. Goodness. Yeah. Maybe I'll say I want to study abroad or something. You're not comfortable around these people? Patient as my father may be, that would certainly anger him. I can hear it now. You're wasting your God-given talents, boy. I could renounce my name and rank, go somewhere far away. That sounds like the kind of plan Nellie would come up with. In transitions. Hey, back to the garden. As he drew closer to the mansion, the rich fragrance of roses grew more prominent. Over time, this distinctive scent had led visitors to refer to the house as Rose Manor. I know it as the House of Fata Morgana. It was also probably a play on the flaxen-haired family's last name, Rhodes. Okay, so yeah, it is your actual last name, which you heard the owner of the jewelry store say just moments earlier. The mansion looked quite different than it does now, no? No thickets of ivy covering the walls, and no rotten, broken doors to be found. I haven't mentioned this track has been playing in the background for quite a while, but I think I like it. It's fun. It's not bouncy. It's not overly sad. It's not quite ethereal. It's somewhere in between. I don't know. I wonder what the Rhodes family would think if they saw the house in its present tragic condition. The sight of the abundantly blooming roses, a veritable symbol of prosperity, long since withered and turned into soil. My apologies, I got a little sentimental there. Let us forget for a moment about our own time. Sure. Let's focus on the story of Mel and the Rhodes family. I suppose I stayed out a little too long. Yeah, Nellie gonna be mad. Oh well. Oh, Nellie here? Oh well, the sun still shines high in the sky. I'm sure it's... Aw. Oomph. This is a very nice picture. I almost want to make this the thumbnail, but I feel like I should... Ooh. Is this Nellie singing again? Yeah, I almost want to make this the thumbnail, but I feel like the maid girl and the fireplace would fit better for a thumbnail. I don't know. Dearest Mel, what took you so long? Wherever have you been? Maybe getting you a gift. I've been waiting forever. Nellie, you're not in the house? I know it's quite different, but this kind of gives me like weird Link vibes from Zelda. Yeah. Nellie, you're not in the house? Nope, you were taking so long. I decided to wait by the gate. But you didn't even notice me at all. Is that any way to treat a lady? She says that, but she's so happy. All that studying's got your head stuck up in the clouds. No, it hasn't, really. Also, you're heavy. Oi. Could you please get off my back? Heavy. Oh, I really like her design now. Yeah. This works so well. Oh, I like this butterfly themed corset. Very nice. I wonder if I can get sprites of this game from anywhere. I'd like to put her. This sprite of her. And I guess this sprite of Mel as well. Love it. Big plus points. Heavy? I've been gradually reducing the amount of sweets I eat. And I love sweets. Maintain my figure for a new dress. And you call me heavy? I did catch that. Were you saying a tongue twister? You're such a dimwit, Mel. Jerk. Blockhead. Wiggling. Little pout. One thing I really like about this character art is the eyeshadows are like they're really strong. They give like a gothic vibe, and that works for me very well. And obnoxious to boot. Oi, be kind to your sister. Whatever happened to the delightful little girl who was once my sister? She'd probably throw a fit if I said that out loud. She most certainly would. I think most girls would. I think most people would. Well, should you really be outside, Nellie? You are the star of today's event. What's going on today? Your birthday, maybe? It's fine. They can call it a birthday party, but I know it's just about fraternizing. Yep. Birthday parties of the old, of the nobles. It's all about the social connections and giving out and getting favors from other noble families. And in worst cases, making your daughter marry a political marriage. It's obvious what the father's true motives are. He'll be gathering a bunch of boys from good families to look for someone to marry me off to. Yep, that'd be the case in history. Ugh, I have no interest in that at all. Don't be like that, Nellie. They're all here for you. Please enjoy what you can of the party. Yeah, enjoy the food. It's probably good. I guess, and besides, it's not completely terrible. And maybe you'll enjoy dancing too, unless you have to dance with all the boys. Look at this, dearest Mel. What do you think? What do I think? About what? About what? Mel. My new dress, it arrived. I'm wearing it. Yeah, it looks great. How could you not notice? I guess we are big dens. Or Mel is. I did notice it was something I hadn't seen before. But you have so many dresses, Nellie, so... Yeah, you shouldn't expect guys to notice things. I mean, shame on you for not noticing. That would give you plus points overall, but like, it's just something that most guys don't notice. You change something about yourself and we are usually dumb and dense. As much as it pains me to say, because I love it when characters are not dense, but it's just something guys are usually born with. Sadly. But this is the dress I had made just for today. Look at the colors, they're so pretty, they are. Orange is usually not my favorite color, but like it has nice shading. The black shading here helps. And this corset butterfly thing really helps. I've never been a fan of the these puffy shoulder thingies, but I do love fluffy like these parts. Sleeves. It's the work of a renowned dyer. And this belt is just lovely. Oh, it's a belt. Okay. I mean, yeah, sure. Corset is like a big belt that just goes under your dress. I thought that was just like a stylish upward corset. You see how it comes together to form a butterfly? I do. Oh. Oi, Mel. Oh, I'm just absolutely in love with it. I think I'll be wearing this dress for a while to come. Please do. So, tell me, what do you think? Does it look good on me? Yeah, it does. It's pretty. In some ways, I guess she is still a delightful little girl. No, I'm pretty sure if anyone heard a compliment from the attire they specifically chose and designed for a specific day to be worn, and they heard compliments from others, I think anyone would be delighted about it. Like noticing your own efforts. Oh, dearest Mel, I love you. Yo, incest route? Hey. Whoa, don't jump on me like that. I guess the dress isn't... Maybe it's just the sunlight, but it doesn't look as thick of an orange in this CG. Ah. Oh my, you dropped something. Was it the jewelry you want to pick up? And what have we here? Don't open it. Wait, hold on. No, you can't have that yet. So it was for her birthday. Is the present? Give it back. I was going to give that to you later. I knew it. It is for me. And just what could it be? Hey, don't open it. What's the big deal? It's going to be mine soon anyway, isn't it? We love a bit of a needy and greedy character around these parts. Oh, I love it. A rose necklace. Ah, I see. And this design, it's from the jeweler the royal family uses. Oh, my dearest Mel, you had this made just for me. Oh, jeez. Defeats the purpose if you open it before the party. Happiness is always better sooner rather than later, Mel. That is true, but hear me out. There is value in getting to happiness at a specific moment, place, time, and date when you are most susceptible to happiness, when it could be the best. Like, for example, there's times when I really don't want to watch an anime even though I'm interested in it, because I'm waiting for the correct mood so I can watch it then and have the best experience. But I can understand this too. I think I'll put it on right away. Yeah, it's nice. There, how does it look? Looks lovely. My prince is still the sweetest in all the land. don't make such weird noises. Oh, but why not? The prince always knows exactly what his princess wants. And this princess wanted some rose jewelry to go with her new dress. Jeez, I sure don't have it easy playing your prince, Nellie. It might be about time you found a new one. A prince is a prince because you can't just find one standing on the street corner. But we found a homeless person on the street corner. Maybe he's a prince. If you want to retire, dearest Mel, you're going to have to wait another 10 years. That's a long time. Or, if you find yourself a new princess, you're fine giving him away? Didn't you just used to say as a kid that he was the only prince and you were her only princess? I'm not so... You're about as romantic as a rock, dearest Mel. That's guys for you, in a nutshell. But worry not, your adorable sister will always be your princess. What more could you want? Are you really allowed to be the judge of that? I mean more to you than any other girl in the world, do I not? Huh? She's got you there. Then that makes me your perfect princess. Hey, what was with that laugh and it'll all be over soon laugh? Yeah, he's a bit of an awkward boy. You're always telling me I mean more than anyone to you. Yes, you do. More than anyone in the world, my beloved baby sister. Maybe let's not use this word. Although maybe it was different in the Japanese script. I'll take good care of the necklace. Thank you, my dearest Mel. Well, if you're happy with it, then so am I. You're very welcome. Now, back into the house with you. Can't have a party without the guest of honor. Do you know if anyone else is here yet? Nope. I imagine they'll be here soon, though. Were you down at the church again today, Mel? Yeah, there was something I didn't know how to translate, so I went to look it up. Wow, so diligent. Yeah. He seems to be diligent and like pretty straightforward, but still quite unsure how he wants to proceed in his life. That's youth for you. I can't say I really like the priest there, personally. Oh? Immediate minus points for the priest. Nellie doesn't like her, we don't like him. Sorry, Nellie doesn't like him, we don't like him. That's just the way it goes, I don't make the rules. Actually, I kind of feel the same way. What? Really? Why? Well, you know, I have my reasons. He tries to set you on the path he wants, but you don't necessarily want that. So even you don't always like the priest, huh? Let's skip mass on Sunday then. We can go play. No skipping church. As grew the brother, so too did the sister. That day, Nellie would be turning 14 and Mel, 3 years her senior, was 17. Okay. You saw it with your own eyes. You saw it with your own eyes, so you know just how much she has changed. She was always a cute little girl, and she grew into an even more beautiful young woman. Time skip? Another time skip. Though she was only 14, she was well on her way to becoming a fine lady. As for her character, well... But a girl like that has her own charms, would you not say? I would say. I do like her quite a bit. Drifting down the river of time, the two siblings matured into healthy young adults. But the core of their relationship did not change in the slightest. Nellie was very much attached to her brother, and as much as Mel complained, he still cared deeply for his sister. We like a good brother-sister relationship. Around the time the sun had begun to set, carriages started lining up outside as well-dressed. Carriages started lining up outside as well-dressed aristocrats made their way into the house. Wow, I struggled with that sentence. As Nellie had suspected, the majority of them were boys. Yes, I understand. You don't need to say anything more. Rose Manor, right? Okay, we'll go together. Who? Me? Alone? Who are these question mark people? No, please don't make me... Oh, okay. The inhabitants of Rose Manor are surely living quite contented lives. And I'm sure they don't remember a thing. Someone from their past? Ooh. Is that the sewing machine? No, that was weird. I think I'll be stopping this first part here. We've been going at it for some time, and I think this is, while not the end of this segment, I think this is at least the end of one scene. So, yeah, I guess I'll continue this soon-ish, because I need to record ahead for Patreon. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing more, there is a Patreon, as I mentioned, in the description below. You can go there and click it, and you'll actually get 2 weeks of early access. So if any of that interests you, go there. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.